What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and we are back with another PTEC episode. So, I forgot to show you this last time, but look at this. It's a tech tree. You can see how often techs are bought. Now, it's kind of a little hard to tell how useful that can be at the moment, but like, let's say we want to look at a specific tribe, like Omaji. You can see some pretty particular trends. So this can be a pretty good way to like gauge like how a tribe plays. So really cool stuff. Again, shout out to Tolbby. Subscribe to this man. I want to see him at 1,000 subs. But yeah, what I want to look at is, see how Quetzal's the least played tribe? I want to play them. I'm going to play them on a tiny map. And I'm pretty sure Tiny Lakes has not been played. And if we look, yep, Tiny Lakes has not been played. I'll get to when I find a match. Alright, we got ourselves a match. So, looks like we're against the turn 0, possibly Illyrian. I am a little bit under the weather today, so if my voice sounds a little different, that is why. Just trying to warrior, pass the turn. Alright, so yeah, most likely Illyrian. I'll go in this corner. Yep, definitely Illyrian. And I'll pass the turn. Okay, I don't get a second animal there. I was hoping that I could get archery, but this is still fine. I'll pass the turn here. Alright, so haven't discovered the opponent yet. I think there is like a connection to them, because I'm assuming they're somewhere in this general area. So I'll go ahead and get organization, and I'll likely want to get riding as a means of defending. Riders and defenders do pair pretty well together, and it should do pretty nice into Polytars. So I'll pass the turn here. Okay, so they haven't really been up to anything. I'm gonna capture. I'll move up. Still don't find the opponent. I feel like I really want to play things careful though and train another warrior. It does delay me, but they don't have a great spawn, so I'd rather play it safe and just level up next turn if I can. But like if like they have a bunch of Polytars, I want to be ready for it this turn. So I'll pass the turn here. Alright, still haven't found the opponent. I might just get an explorer. They did finally cross 1,000 points. So what I'll do is this, and now the explorer is going to go the direction I want. Well, I don't want it to go down, but like, I'm like pretty okay with this. And there's the opponent. They're about to get a lot of Polytars. So I was rightfully concerned about that earlier. Now I might actually just get a rider immediately, which looks a little weird, but I'm going to get it here so I can get the lighthouse. Then I can get that quick level up and develop my economy while also getting a rider up. So I'll pass the turn here. Alright, so the opponent is not up to much. I'm going to see if I can trick them. I like to be a little tricky. But if they're going to be really passive, it worries me if they get this really good sanctuary spot and just get away with it. So I want to put the pressure on them just a little bit to force them to respond. I'm also considering I might want fishing. That could potentially be nice. For now, I'll just get a rider, move this warrior along, and pass the turn. Okay, so they are not going to fall into the trap. They train plenty of units, but that is okay. I'll go here. Looks like they might either have, no, they have sailing, because they did poke at this rider, which was a little annoying. I'll go ahead and move like this. Then make a defender here. Then maybe fishing next turn. I think I want to get one more rider. Then I'll pass a turn here. Alright, so they're gonna get a little scary, which does not make me happy, but I can deal with it. Just plop a defender here, then train another rider, pass the turn. Alright, maybe I can get away with snagging this runes. I'm tempted to pick up roads, because along with hunting that does level up my capital. Then maybe I get forestry, and then that would be enough for a giant. It looks like they have archery, so I think I do want roads, because I also want to get a nice swing there. So this rider is kind of able to die, which isn't good, but it's what's it's. Then I'll pass the turn. Okay, I do get the ruins, which gives me an explorer, which is pretty nice actually. The vision is super helpful here. So we are even on cities, and if I'm really lucky... Oh, I am really lucky. Okay, so the question is, do I just want to cash in on the giant right now, or go for the long-term play with population growth? Which, to answer that, I have no idea. I think I want to... Oh, they've played really aggressively. No, I need to cash in on the giant. There's not going to be a long-term this game. So let me play this out properly. In fact, I might actually be able to siege them this turn. The siege is like super annoying for them. I'll just heal this. I do need to play pretty fast. Hang on. Then I will upgrade this. Park of Fortune. Picking resources. Hunting. Quickly city wall. Pass the turn. Okay, so the opponent might have just decided to give up here, which, honestly fair. They cannot break through, and I just made a really annoying siege. But yeah, this was actually pretty fun. You can kind of see how... What's a like shockingly balanced map type, because you know, like lakes, it's guaranteed 2 suburbs. I have my suburbs, they have their suburbs, and then that's just the entire map. It's like kind of cool, to be honest. So we were both just given the same amount to work with. But yeah, if you stick around, like the video's not over yet. I'm going to show you how to put the game into PTEC. I'm going to put this game in and show you how easy it is. So I'll finish this game and I'll put this thing in PTEC. I'll see you then. Alright, so here we are in the PTEC Google form. So I already put the replay link in here. I've got it here. So one thing I'm going to do first is favorite this replay, because I will need to exit out of this. But yeah, first game version is 108. And game name, Justeeni, Lingueeni. And then for my ELO, I'll have to go to the end of the game. And I will want to remember that I was hosting this game, and this game I know is technically 11 turns, but I'm going to say it was 9 turns because they didn't even play their 10th turn, so there's really only 9 turns of gameplay. So just remember that for later. So then my ELO after the game, I was using Careless. then they were using the Midnight skin. I gained 3 elo. I was hosting a 9-turn game on Tiny, Lakes, Might. Now we want to go back. And then now we want to fill out villages, so we start with, I want to actually select, so 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. And then for the rest of the game, I already know that I'm going to be at 3 villages, so because this was a 9-turn game, I should have 10 total numbers here. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be 9 turns. I can even double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 0. So we're good to go there. Now for start per turn, it's going to be 2, 2, 2, then 5. It's pretty easy to memorize like the opening stuff, but then if you don't, then you just kind of play the end of the turn. Like this, and then yeah, you just skip to the end of the turn to see what happened, and yeah, just like that, you can kind of quickly fly through this. It is a tiny map, which makes things a little easier. We don't care about turn, or no, we do care about turn 9, just not turn 10. And then we know that we started with strategy, and we can kind of look here just to like see what techs I will need. I know that I did also buy Oregon 3, so if you like already remember that, then that's good. So like yeah, I can even double check. I bought Oregon turn 3, then on turn 5 looks like that's when I bought writing. So then turn 6, turn 7 I did not buy roads. I think it was turn 8. Nope, it was actually turn 9. So yep. Roads on turn 9. Now for unit star purchase, this is by far the most tedious part of it. This can single-handedly like double the time of the worksheet depending on how long it is, but yeah, 2, 0, 0, 0. So again, opening turns, very easy. And this is 2. And this is 3. And this is 6. And some of these turns you might need to like play through them just to be really sure. And yeah, that's also 6. And so that's also 6. So then here, let's worry about roads, and I probably train like 5 stars of units here, if I were to guess. Yes, 5 stars of units, and I can double check. This is 9 turns. You can also double check this, also 9 turns. Now we go to the opponent. You don't have to fill out the opponent, but in this case I will, just because it's a pretty fast game, so it shouldn't take long. So their villages, they start 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Then 2, 3, 2, 3. And then they stay at 3 for the rest of the game. So there's currently the first 5 turns, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then start per turn. You've got 2, 2, 4. So you got a pop runes, pretty lucky. And 4, then 8. Oh. And then 9. So their eco was actually quite good. They just decided to go with a pretty early fishing, and then they just didn't develop their eco from that point, which is kind of, I think sailing was kind of committal. Scouts are very expensive, so that's definitely their mistake. So thanks for force magic. And yeah, I'm doing FM instead of like FR because it's technically necromancy with the midnight skin, but I'm not gonna put that because it's force magic with the regular Illyrian. It's one of the only tribes that the tech is renamed with the skin, but it's normally forest magic, which is 2 words, so you abbreviate it like this. And then if we kind of go along just to see, I think they buy fishing. They buy it a turn earlier than they should have, but regardless, fishing on turn 3. Nothing on turn 4. Nothing on turn 5. The opponent, you usually have to check every turn because, yeah, you never know. I should have checked their tech tree to see. So they got archery, what looks to be turn 8. I like to double check sometimes just to be sure. I filled out a lot of these forms, and I want to make sure I filled them out correctly every time. So here we start with 4, 0, 0, 0, then 0 again, then what looks to be just 2 on this turn, then I spend 5 on the ship, then 6, that's 11. To get an explorer, I'll just skip that animation. There's 2 spent there, 4, and it looks like that's it, so just 4. So then they spend 5. And there's another 5. And just 5 for that turn. I can double check that I did everything right. Should be 9 turns. Also 9 turns. And that's 9 turns. That's that. Pretty simple. Hope this helps. Like and sub. And have a good one.